Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing some black-green Nissa Super Friends. I wanted to play a deck that was running both of these Nissas, Nissa the Shadow Bows with Nissa Who Shakes the World, and Vorinclex, and this is the deck that ended up coming together out of this. So I've played the mono-green Nissa Super Friends quite a few different times. I've built different versions of it. It's one of my favorite decks. It's no secret here on the channel. But we also get some... because we bring in Nissa of Shadowed Bows, we get some extra different combos that work out really well with this, where we want to be bringing in extra creatures into it. And so adding things like Questing Beasts and everything actually do add a little bit of a difference to this deck, as well as I'm trying to cut down on the number of Ugins that I'm running, even though you definitely want Ugin in this deck. The reason why you need the Ugin in this deck typically is because it's our turn 5 board wipe. In this deck, we don't have the extinction event or anything and on turn 4, even though now we're playing in black, we probably could play it. In mono green version, you don't typically play it. In the colorless version, you don't typically play it. That's why Ugin typically is your board wipe. With this, I'm trying to still have Ugin be the main board wipe, as well as just having good creatures and stuff to be defenders, to kind of deal with the most stuff. Karn to be able to grab quite a few good removal spells on the sideboard. I'm not sure if that will be enough, but this is the deck. So we have some pretty fun synergies here. First off, Nissa is just really good. It lets us bring back creatures from the graveyard. And so we also get Vorinclex, which any counters that we'd be putting onto either planeswalkers or any counters of any kind that we're putting on, put twice as many. And so we get to ultimates really, really quickly. So that means that our Garruk can ultimate right away with a -6, giving all of our land creatures that we end up having +3/+3 and have trample. Everything, all of our stuff will get bigger and better and more awesome, and it can immediately ultimate. Ugin can also immediately ultimate, put a bunch of permanents onto the battlefield. Same thing with like Nissa. So Vorinclex ends up being just a really, really busted awesome card in this deck, especially because we can, with Nissa, a lot of times with enough mana, be able to play lots of things in one turn. Having like 12 mana to be able to cast both of these on the same turn is pretty good stuff. Nissa is also just another way to make sure that Vorinclex can come back from the graveyard in late game. So if we find a Vorinclex and it's gone, Nissa can -5 bring back Vorinclex from the graveyard with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, which will actually go up to 4 +1/+1 counters on it, and will be a 10/10 with trample and haste, which can just win the game pretty easily. So this is a good top deck in the late game. If we already found one, it's something that we'd love to hit on turn 4 if we have it. I think 2 of is about right here, where we're hoping like it'd be nice to have. We don't necessarily need it right away. We definitely need to get to our Nissa, and that's good. Karn the Great Creator, of course, is just the way to shut down all of the other decks in Historic. But we also get a couple of good things being in black mana, that we have some black artifacts that work really well. Wishclaw Talisman. If we have 10 mana, or I think we need 11 mana, we can play out Wishclaw Talisman, tap it down, go and grab our Ugin, and then play an Ugin on the same turn, and then exile the Wishclaw Talisman with the Ugin. And so Wishclaw Talisman is kind of our way to go digging for Ugin with Karn. It does take 11 mana, but again, like I was saying, we can get to 11 mana fairly quickly with this deck. That's like a turn 5, turn 6 play pretty easily, as long as we're ramping up correctly. So anyway, this is the deck. This is what we're trying to do. We have Noxious Gearhulk also that comes in black, which is a really good one. We have a bunch of just hate cards for every other thing that's out there, and these end up being really, really powerful. So that's the deck, guys. I'm not going to dive too far into everything else. We'll go and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Let's do it. All right, up against Sia Kuane. We're up against this guy, and we have ramp into Karn, so we're going to keep it. Yeah, keep this. In this situation, either is good. Technically, now that we have Cultivate on turn 3, I'd rather go for the Grazer. Cycles. All right, play it tapped. All right, Cultivate. Please don't have a counter spell. Actually, if you want to counterspell this, then we get to the Karn. I'm kind of okay with that. No attacks. More cycling stuff. Okay. Framework Cutthroats. That's what's going down. Okay, okay. Here's Obsession. Well, we block. No draw for you this turn. Blast Zone is interesting. I could just take up the Blast Zone. I can play Llanowar out as a blocker as well if I want to. Maybe get up to the Ugin. So Llanowar come out, take up to 2 on Blast Zone if they play another 2-drop, which typically in this deck they're playing a bunch of 2-drops. I can chump block if I want to or let them draw a card. And then we are how much closer to Ugin? This would be 6 mana, 7 mana on the next turn. We'd end up probably losing a Blast Zone. They're going to have counter spells for sure at some point. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have like a Tail's End or something to counter the ability. That would be not great. No blocks. We'll let them. We'll take a bunch. Let them draw a card. That was kind of our chance to jump ahead, I think. Oof. If this could resolve, we get to still use Blast Zone. There's no way it resolves, right? All right, pass the turn. All right. What do we want them to counter? Let's play Karn first. Let that one resolve. Nice. They probably think they can kill it with creatures anyway. We're just trying to get extra value in general out of this. We can go grab Removal. We can go grab God Pharaoh's Statue. That's probably easier to counter for them anyway. Golos is good. Spell Pierce is one of the cards that they're going to be using them most here. They may have like Wizard's Retort or Negates. Stonecoil Serpent I can play right now. Protection from Multicolored, not as good at the moment though. I think it's just Golos. Golos gives us the most value to hand. No attacks, pass the turn. Another Brineborn Cutthroat. Yep, absolutely trading off there. Cool. Thank you, sir.
I will rid you of your corruption.
Let's see. I have 6 mana out in the battlefield right now. Spyglass could somewhat help. Just grab more removal. Do I want to shock myself just to be able to pay for what? Quench? They could be playing Quench. All right, World Tree. We get to activate Ghost's ability, and then we get 3 spells to cast every single turn. That will be a lot more difficult for them to counter. Yep. Sweet. Good stuff. Not too shabby at all. All right, up against Puro, and if we hit a land and we're on the draw, then this is fantastic. We can get up to Garruk pretty quickly. Up against Auras, though, means that we really need to... These would be much better hand if these were Nissas instead of Garruks. But you know what? We might just draw those. Who knows? All right, Blast Zone also really good against Luris stuff, though. So, land. Cultivate here is way, way better than the Mind Stone. It gets us. It actually gets us to Nissa. So, not hitting land would be awful. Dreadhorde Arcanist. There's the land. Oh yeah. All right. Now we should be in good shape. I don't actually know how we lose from this point now. As soon as I say that, we're screwed. I just know it. I should never speak. What am I doing? Claim the Firstborn. Swing in. Village Rights. Draw a bunch of cards. Have all of the answers. We're going to Nissa, and then they're going to claim again then. Steal our land and kill our Nissa. That would be awful. Let's use Thirst. That also kills a land. It's your supplier. Alright, well, one claim to the Firstborn went to the graveyard. That's somewhat better. Because they can't technically steal our... Oh, man. This can dodge the Bloodchief's Thirst. But not... But it's worse if they have a claim to the Firstborn. Well, we're going to try it out.
Which cannot protect itself. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
I'll let them fill the graveyard more. I'm fine with that. Crocs is definitely annoying, but we get to Garruk on the next turn, and if they want to just take their turn playing Croxa here, then we get to kill it, and that's fine. It's great stuff, in fact. Bedevil.
Forgive me.
Rude. Come on, use that Bloodchief's Thirst. You know you want to. You know you do. So whenever you get to cast something, if it has kicker, you have the ability to kick it still. So I think that you get to cast it for free, so the 1 mana is free, and then I think that they have the option to kick it. All right. Garruk. They can replay a Bedevil if they have claim to fame. Although I don't think... Yeah, they do have creature to target for the claim side. Let's just get rid of this dude. We have another one to use for the Croxa if they find the land. It has to be a red source. They haven't been hitting lands. If we get to untap with Garruk, we're in such good shape. Even against a Croxa, we'll be ahead enough that they're going to have to attack in against our wolves, which will give us stuff to play. All right, well, we are fine to take 3 here. Blast Zone also can take care of a lot of the important things here. They have a claim. So yeah, I think we go Mind Stone, take Blast Zone up to 2. It will hit the Mind Stone as well, but we'll draw before then. What you got, sir? Apparently didn't have the land. Goes for the claim. Okay. Well, Wolfies are still good. Attack in. Do the basics. Alright. How much mana do I need here to be able to tick up? Alright, so we go Mind Stone. I want to be able to draw with this Mind Stone and take up with Blast Stone, which we have Cascading Cataracts to do some of that. So sure, yeah, this can go out tapped. Pass the turn. So they fame the Arcanist. They go and play the Bedevil onto the Garruk. We double block and kill the Arcanist again. We lose one wolf. Then we get to play the other Garruk out. Unless they've claimed the firstborn, which then we cry so much inside. Alright, well, first off, it still untaps. Oh, getting rid of one of our blockers. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. I don't feel like that's better than using the Fame to put on Arcanist to then do Bedevil, right? Pretty sure that's the one that would have been better. Oh no, they can sacrifice our stuff. Let's just make more of them. Is it worthwhile to kill the Arcanist here and put out another Garruk? We can Blast Zone. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. I could have waited till their turn, but whatever. Mind Stone. Pass the turn. Feel like we're in pretty decent shape. We have lethal on board without blockers. Thought Seize. We get to see our extra Garruk that we've been holding on to this whole time. Yep, that's right. Now lethal's a lot easier to get to. Priest. Draw a card. Ooh, getting. Let's just have some fun here. We didn't quite have lethal, so let's just let's attack in first. They wouldn't have to block, but because of Ugin, they will now. I guess we have lethal anyway, right? So yeah, with Ugin damage going here, we have the extra damage we needed. Good game, sir. There we go. I was gonna say, let it go through. It's over. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh yeah, I like this deck. All right, 2 pieces of ramp and Nissa's. We'll keep it. I guess 3 pieces of ramp technically with Nissa, right? So good stuff. I like it. All right, go Alani Warels. That's the turn. Do still want to find another land here with this Explorer or on the draw. All right, let's play Explore. Another 2 or 1 drop ramp spell would be pretty nice here. You're gonna counter this. All right, add mana. Oh, that's bad. Oh, come on, deck. That was just brutal. Okay, that's dumb stuff. We have so many early game ramp spells and lands, and we just can't find any of them. All right, that's basically game. Alrighty then. Crap. Yeah. Well, there's some things we actually are okay with having in the graveyard. Vorinclex, I think, is one of them, but we also do have double Nissa, and they might be able to still creatures or planeswalkers. Oh yeah, we're done. All right, yeah, didn't hit the land. That's game over. How about that? That's just frustrating. On to the next one. All right, up against the bestie one, and we have turn 2 cultivate. That's good stuff. Into Nissa. And we have the tap land that we want to play with the Grazer. Life is fantastic. Keeping this on the draw. Opponent also has the awesomest of card sleeves. Right now, man, this is my favorite. This is just good stuff. Dope. All right, if they're playing aggro, probably Gruul aggro, then this is a good blocker to start off with. And then cultivate into Nissa on turn 3. Big thumbs up from Jeffrey. Great stuff right there. All right, so we only have like 4 cards that have black mana at all. We do want to get to 2 black mana at some point with Noxious Gear Hulk to be able to play it. But we can also untap lands if we need to with Nissa's, that kind of stuff. And so for the most part, we're wanting to grab Forest so that Nissa can actually be ramping up. The pathway itself doesn't count as that. Oh my gosh. Is that what's going on right now? We got another Tybalt's Trickery. Okay then. All right. Cultivate. 2 forests. No attacks. All right, so it is a Tybalt's Trickery deck. They can still get up to bigger stuff. They got kind of lucky milling over the Stonecold Serpent as well. Do they have another one? Oh, they're just playing it out now. Okay, gotcha. I see what's going down. All right, well, play Forest, play Anissa.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
They can pay 3 colors to deal damage to something. Let's just go Mindstone. Let's get the ramp going. We can also draw there, pass the turn. I'm fine chump blocking with the Rogue Razor. And now the Forest, even if they find an Ugin, is a colorless thing that we can be blocking or still attacking with. So yeah, we should be okay. Chamber Sentry is an interesting addition to this, though. It's kind of cool. You have to pay X and tap it to actually use this ability, so can't do that right now. Karn can't actually activate that ability anymore. Sorry about it.
I battle for the forces of all Fencer.
We can go for like Shadow Spear and start gaining life with our Vigilant dudes. Some interesting choices here. Godfarrow's Statue is also pretty decent. Grafdigger's Cage, I think, just stops people from casting spells from the library, right? So just, yeah, Tybalt's Trickery doesn't work anymore. Boom, bam, done. We're going to throw this one out in black because now World Tree works anyway. Razor. I'm not sure that we get to put this out on the different sides when it just says put a land from your hand to the battlefield. I'm not actually sure how that works with pathways. Anyway, we got pretty far ahead there. We'll take it. All right, up against Vandy 90. Keep this. If we had another green source, this would be best. I do want to get the extra land with Grazer just for it to actually be relevant at all. But I also do want multiple green sources out so that we can play more things on the next turn. Which we do have Cultivate to go find more lands. So Llanowar Elves gives us a higher chance of actually having 3 mana on the next turn. So we go for Cultivate first. Or sorry, Llanowar Elves first. Yeah, so pay 2, Llanowar, Cultivate, and then onward. Unless we hit a land, then I think that we can actually ramp up more with all the other stuff that we have here. Bonus debating what land they're going to play. All right. We did hit a land. So that means that we can get out a lot more ramp than Cultivate would. So, Grazer first. Karn's Bastion. Oh, this comes in tapped. I was thinking differently. So let's go Mindstone over the Llanowar Elves. I don't really care to get in for the 1 point of damage. This can dodge more removal. I wasn't sure what all they're going to be playing just yet. Trickster. I tapped down our Llanowar Elves. Okay. That's fine. We don't actually have good things yet, so, you know. That's fine. All right, we do want to have... All right, we don't need any more black mana. We want to be able to sacrifice the Mind Stone to draw a card, potentially. Because not having anything to do is bad stuff. No attacks past the turn. Yeah, I guess we're not going to do it right now. We're going to wait till the next turn to draw. Because then we can have 2 draws to actually do stuff on the next turn. Life's still good. They're probably going to be playing just a bunch of counter spells. No blocks this time. That's bad. This is our turn to play. Oh my gosh. Okay, well. That was the turn that we could play cool stuff. We didn't find cool stuff. So. Crap. That's bad. And we shocked ourselves twice. Luckily, this is, as far as merfolk go, this is a rather slow merfolk draw so far. Yeah, I mean, we have to draw something other than lands, right, to actually have a shot at playing. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we also use cultivate to find a land, but we only had ramp, which is, you know, not as good sometimes. They probably should have tapped down the grazer. Like, obviously my Llanowar isn't that great. At the same time, I could have double blocked the Reejery. All right, give us something good. Don't have a counterspell. Ugin. Trickster. Tap or untap target permanent. So in response, we tap it. So then it untaps it. And I think it's a May ability, so they can choose whether or not they want to now. Just in case I don't think we have anything at instant speed, but we'll see. It's a possibility. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And now we draw the Ugin. Come on. Oh, that's just brutal. Well, we have 8 lands. Yeah, we're done, right? We're dead. So we're just, if they class any merfolk, we die there. If they're not casting merfolk, it probably means that they have counterspell. I'm done. That was a dumb one. All right, up against Super Mad Lad, and keep this hand. I like it lots. All right, this is the weird part with Grazers and Llanowar Elves. So keep this hand. So in this hand, we're more likely to get to cultivate with a Boreal Grazer than we are with Llanowar Elves, just because Llanowar can die. Now we're knowing that they're playing elves most likely. Doesn't really matter as much, but in general, now that we know that we have 3 lands in hand, we have an Boreal Grazer, and we can get to cultivate, it's better to go with the Grazer instead. That's kind of the way that I rule it. Oh yeah. At least they didn't have a really busted elf draw. All right, so our only hope now is to find an Ugin, and fast. We have the ramp. We have 2 turns to get to Ugin. We have Nissa to get us some ramp. We have Llanowar Elves. If we end up hitting a land, we can actually block here and -5 on Nissa. Nah, we'll just do this. Down to 13. Well, we're in trouble. Nissa. Forest. Llanowar.
Gives me power.
Yeah, let's tick up. Just because I want this to be a blocker.
Intruders.
No attacks. Vorinclex is something. They don't quite have the mana for the Allosaur Shepherd yet. Okay, they have the mana for that one. If they want to swing at Nissa to kill Nissa, I'm fine with that. Let's see here. Okay, block. 7. We're in so much trouble. Is it better to have this die and bring it back? What else am I doing with my time? Well, this block, whatever. I mean, I could bring up Vorinclex. I could negative here, and I could have this enter with a bunch more counters. But yeah, not hitting what we needed there just is game over. Alrighty. And game. Yep. This is why not having lots of Ugins is bad, because typically when you have a bunch of Ugins, you run into the Ugins more often. And we just don't have that board wipe on turn 4. And so maybe we need to be bringing in Extinction Events or Cry the Canarium or something like that to be better. I don't know. Fine Finality could be interesting as well. And this hand is keepable. So, between Explorer and Mindstone, we have card draw to hit the lands. This is only worth playing if we have multiple lands in hand, though. And so, in this situation, I think you play Mindstone first to let you have an extra turn to be drawing lands, so that you can hopefully hit 2 with Explorer. Unless we draw the 3rd land off the top, then we try to get the lands extra here whenever we can. Overrun Tomb tapped. On the draw against aggro. We might be a little bit too slow. Wizards. Ooh, I haven't seen Wizards in forever. Good on you, mate. Alright, Explore. And we drew more non-lands off the top, so that means we should hopefully hit lands soon. Do I ramp into the Golos, or do I play out the Karn here if I hit a land? Karn. I don't have any ramp in my sideboard with this. Sometimes it's nice to grab other Mind Stones or something like that to play. I think I'd rather get to Golos, guaranteed. Because that gets us to Ugin a lot faster. So let's play Mind Stone. Looks like they might have been holding up Spell Pierce there as well. Mist Collar. Non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it. And it wasn't cast. This lets us cast stuff, right? Yeah, so we should be fine. Okay, down to 15. Wizard's Retort takes more mana. I can go with Vorinclex or the Golos. Let's go Golos. We're trying to get to the Ugin. If we draw one more land, then we're in great shape. Take action. World Tree. It is tapped. All of the colors. So there's lightning. That's kind of okay. They just took out 6 points of damage that could have gone face just to hit for 5 this turn. And if we hit the land, we still get up to Ugin. And they are still not holding up Retort. So. Oh man, but if they have some other kind of counter spell. We already talked about maybe them having Spell Pierce. Yeah. Yeah. I should have just gone for the Vorinclex, because now we're dead. If they have another burn spell, we're dead. No burn spell. Well, Vorinclex still kills us. What does Karn do? Should not have.
Evil must not be tolerated. My
Noxious Gear Hulk would be nice. Don't think I have a way of getting enough life. Man, this is just a bummer. I should not have played the Ugin. I already talked about them most likely having a spell pierce. That was just a dumb play. Yeah, we're done. Bummer. And we definitely keep this. Llanowar Elves this time into Cultivate because we don't have the guaranteed third land. Sweet stuff. Tiny bones. Uh-oh. Alright, black mana here. Nissa is also good. So even if they kill our Llanowar Elves, we should be able to at least get to this Nissa. Otherwise, this Nissa is definitely, you know, it's just the best. It's the greatest. Description of Ruin. Creature and Mindstone? Or do I want to get rid of one of the Nissas here? Alright, play Nissa.
Power surges through these lands. Behold, nature's true power.
Swing in down to 16. Do I want to keep Mind Stone so that I can play out Nissa if they have double discard here, or do I just want to get out more ramp so I can get up to bigger, better things and have card draw to do more stuff with it? I think I'd rather discard this and get to this Nissa, just because I have more versatility I can go for with it. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so good. Ugh, yeah. Well, Ugin. -4. That's the best way to get rid of an obliterator. Untap. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. All right, that's how the deck's supposed to run. That's why you need lots of Ugins in the deck typically for this one to work, is because Ugin after you have the Nissa is the way that you win. You can win if you just have other stuff, but we're running so many other things that I feel like it's getting a little bit convoluted. But the combos, the synergies should work one of these days. All right, up against Eric, and keep this. Play out Llanowar. Good amount of ramp here. Llanowar again. Well, we don't actually have a lot of forests. We want more forests to play out. There you go. Ask, you'll get it. Oh, attack faster. All right, Nissa into Ugin. Seems legit. Are they playing elves or are they playing walkers as well? I think if they play out the Castle Garenbrig, it's typically elves. All right, and I think that we should be able to close this out now. Yeah, this is good stuff. I do have to. Let's see here. I could go for Mind Stone and be a little bit greedy, but I think keeping Nissa alive is more important. So let's go ahead and untap here. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, untap 9. Okay. And any way that we can kill an Archdruid is the way that we want to go. 6 mana, oh my gosh. Mr. Whisperer. Elves. Alright, so 4. All right, play the Ugin. And opponent scoops up. There we go. Yeah, Ugin on turn 4 is just good, apparently. I don't know why. It's just good stuff. Yep, there we go. Back up to tier 1. Up against Shiny. Shiny. Alright, Greaser. Overgrown Tomb tapped, because it comes in tapped anyway. I like that they actually grate out the other side of it. Like, don't do the dumb move. It's not going to work. Like, I appreciate that. You can technically pay 2 life and have it still enter tap there. But they're like, you know you shouldn't, so don't do it. Alright, Cultivate. Force. We get Nis on the next turn. Grazer has Reach. Pretty good stuff against the Healer's Hawk. Let's hope they don't have too much more life gain. Pride Mate. Well, yep. Good start for the opponent. Luckily, we're on the play. This would probably be aggressive enough to make us hurt real bad otherwise, but now we're in great shape.
Strange and magnificent world. The land
We're just going to go ahead and play out the Mind Stone as well. We will block here if need be. Actually, we might even just let Nissa take the hit. Keep Razor for when it gets bigger, better, and it's more scurrier. Apparition. Well, there you go.
Let us talk of peace.
All right. Well, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Seems like a decent amount.
I will defend my
Sorry, 14.
my grief fuel.
All right, so let's go with, I can go for the Wish Claw. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 11 to use Wish Claw and get the Ugin, so we're not doing that this turn. So I think this turn is just a Noxious Gear Hulk to hit the Pride Mate. Let's gain 4 life. Have a big menacing 5/4 out there. Yeah, there we go. Yep. I like it. All right, so this is saying 6 out of 5. I actually insta-scooped on one of them because I forgot to add in Golos to the sideboard and to the deck. I actually did the intro a couple times. And we were 7 times on the draw. Won pretty well on the play. I think one of the times on the play actually was when I insta-scooped. And so I think we actually were undefeated on the play. Maybe not, I don't remember. Anyway, overall, the deck was really good. I mean, it performed well. It was 6 and 4, you know, so that's a pretty good win rate in general. That's decent. And I think that it could do even better with maybe a little bit more tweaking to make it a little bit better. Ugins, every time that we won, we got an Ugin on the battlefield, basically. Having Ugin is just really good. I know some people absolutely hate seeing Ugin played at all and get really frustrated at me for doing it. I don't care because it's good and that's where Magic is right now. So deal with it, you know. So that's my thoughts on it. We never actually had to get Vorinclex and things out in the same time. That was kind of a bummer. We never actually got to see that kind of combo go off. Overall, though, I absolutely had a blast playing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.